Hey guys, if I asked you to go look at your phone right now and open up your text app, you probably can find some text messages from friends, family, maybe some coworkers. And text messages is a great way to communicate with one another. In fact, God uses messages to communicate to us. He uses a thing called messengers to communicate to us, right? We see that with Mary and the angel coming down to communicate. And I wanted to share a quick story with you about a boy named Tim. Now, Tim is in high school and he's involved in a high school youth group. And one day, Tim is just kind of hanging out at his youth ministry. Tim is this kid with a big heart, quick to make a joke, sometimes talks too much. That's okay. And one day, he's just hanging out after the youth ministry lets out, just kind of just walking around, chilling. And the youth minister notices this and approaches Tim and says, "Is everything okay?" And in that moment, Tim actually starts bawling, right? No laughs right now. He just starts bawling like a baby. And the youth minister is like, "Oh, it's one of these days." And he just starts pouring out his heart, talking about what's going on in his life, what's going on at school, at home. And the youth minister kind of just takes it in and listens. And finally, the youth minister waits for Tim to quiet down. And he just says, "You know you're not alone, right?" It was just in that moment that something so simple yet profound pierced Tim's heart. And years later, he still thinks about to that moment of the healing that came through that sentence. The message came through the messenger. I tell you that story because Tim is me, and I still think about that. It was so simple, and I'm sure the youth minister doesn't even remember that moment. But we have an opportunity to be a messenger in people's life, right? To be that messenger that God speaks through us to deliver the message. I tell you this story because we are looking for core members, youth ministry leaders for our ministry here at St. Oscar Romero. Someone that's willing to be so humble to be a messenger for someone else. This may be something that God's calling you to do. So I invite you to pray about it. Is this what God wants for me? Let's talk. Let's open up into dialogue about this. Maybe this is something God's calling you. Maybe it's not. Let's talk about this. Pray about it. I invite you. Be open to wherever God's calling you, whether that be for this or for something else, but for you to be a messenger in someone's life.